I probably don't need to explain that being a sniper is one of the most crucial roles in CS, both at the pro level and in regular matches on FACEIT. Most of the top players are snipers. Who's got the best KD? That's right, snipers! No top 3 on HLTV can go without a sniper, and lately there's been 2. And let's be real, the best player of all the time is a sniper. But there's one catch: truly top tier snipers are super rare. We've got almost 700 people on the channel, just a bit more to hit the first 1000, so right now, hit that subscribe button now. Yeah, you scroll down and make the red button gray. I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Subscribed? Awesome! And don't forget to smash that like button. First off, you gotta understand the main task of a sniper. A lot of people will say you need to get a bunch of kills, but you could say that about any role. The real deal of a sniper is to get those open frags at the start of the round, and the rest of the time you need to cover your team if you're playing T-side, on lockdown key areas if you're on C-side. To do this right, you need to know your positions, timings, and to be able to read your opponent's habits. To get a grip on which positions to take, you need to understand the biggest advantage of the AWP. It's all about distance. You need to find spots where you can take a shot and then either fall back or push forward depending on the situation. Every map has a standard rotation or positions that let you get off at least 3 or 4 shots safely. Constantly adjusting your distance keeps you ready to shoot and prevents opponents from pinning you down. Take Mirage for instance, holding B side. Early on, you can ask for a boost to the balcony and hold that angle. The advantage here is that when opponents push B, they usually throw flashes over AWPs, which won't blind you, so you can easily get the first kill. Then you switch to the simple spot. At this point, the opponents will have used their nades and will try to jump into the window, making for an easy second kill. Next, you move to the backside, waiting for opponents on the balcony or those who drop to default. From there, you can make decisions based on info and footsteps, whether it's picking an opponent running to forest, re-picking default, or waiting for a short push. Quick decision making is key in these situations. Another crucial skill for snipers is crosshair placement, especially in CS2 where opponents can come at you as fast as a new Ferrari. It's important to understand how your opponent will peek. If it's a spot where they will rush out fast, place your crosshair further from the wall to increase your chances of getting the kill. If they're going to pick slowly, keep your crosshair closer to the wall. But don't go too extreme by placing it just a millimeter away. That won't help you either. Remember, when you're with the AWP in close quarters, spots where opponents often rush with +V and 90-degree angles, place your crosshair a bit wider than usual. However, in open areas like A-side or Mirage, this rule doesn't apply since there are fewer close walls and opponents tend to move around more. It is crucial not to let yourself get pinned down. As I mentioned before, the sniper role is very vulnerable. Especially with CS2's economy and the MR 12-round system, it can be tough to afford your favorite AWP, so it's important to survive most rounds. But besides creating distance, snipers have another major advantage: the one-shot kill. It's almost too good to be true. This brings us to the concept of shooting convenience. You can just run around with +V and expect to get kills every round with an AWP. 99% of players can't shoot accurately while moving or with the scope up, and there are countless situations that make shooting with the AWP tricky. So our goal is to master shooting with the scope, which compensates for about 80% of your misses. To always be ready to shoot, you need to practice. Our training will be shooting in zoom against moving bots. The more dynamic your training, the more comfortable you'll be hitting opponents in different scenarios. The more you practice playing in zoom, the more kills you'll get. If shooting bots is dry practice, then solidifying your skills in a simple deathmatch using the same method in zoom is crucial. After that, take what you've learned into a match and put it into action. There are several types of peeks with the AWP. The first one is Xantares Peek. This is used mostly at the start of rounds during the first duels or when you have exact info on the enemy positions. By pulling out the AWP mid-jump, you don't lose speed and appear on your opponent's screen at maximum speed. Considering ping, picker's advantage, and the angles, you drastically increase your chances of getting an easy opening kill. Second one, Jame Peek. This involves peeking in zoom almost as you would with the AK, slowly checking every corner and position using strafes. At first glance it might be silly, but mastering this peek leaves your opponent with no chance. Use this when you have no information about the enemy. The strafing keeps you ready to shoot at all times. Early in the round it might be not useful, but mid-game it's perfect for finding kills. The last type is fast peek. Similar to the Xantares Peek, but you have prior info about the enemy. Before peeking, you place your crosshair where the enemy should be, strafe out and take a shot with a quick zoom. So we have 3 different peeks for 3 stages of the round: Xantares Peek for early duels, Jame Peek for mid-game area control, and dynamic peeking based on info. This way we'll quickly learn to peek with AWP and maintain the right distance. Now we just need to master hitting shots, proper reactions and rotation on the map. If you wanna be a good sniper, you need to learn how to react properly to your opponent's action. For example, if you constantly get smoked off in the window, don't just stand there for 20 seconds waiting for the smoke to clear. You need to counter for every move your opponent makes. You have to be in the right place at the right time. To develop this skill, besides gaining experience in your own matches, you should watch professional playing matches. Pay attention to how they interpret the information on the map, how they react to their opponent's action, the positions they take for the gain and advantage, and all the little details of their gameplay. Watching demos allows you to absorb others' experiences and significantly speed up your progress as a sniper. Now let's delve into specific ways to train your shooting skills. Surprisingly, to be a good AWPer, you need to dedicate about 80% of your training time specifically to the AWP. There are many exercises to improve each aspect of your shooting. Let's start with flick shots. You should practice them at different distances, both while standing still and moving. Don't limit yourself to static bots, gradually increase their speed. The key here is to spin 360 degrees imagining you're in a frag movie. Practice flicks in a way that closely mimics gaming situation, training bots horizontal and vertical flicks. A good sniper shouldn't rely solely on flick shots. Their gameplay should be built around always being ready for the enemy's appearance. Next, let's talk about practicing with the zoom. It's simple, you should never exit the zoom. Move around the map and try to aim precisely at the bots. You can increase their speed, add jumps, and place boxes on the map. To use this exercise effectively, you need to know exactly where the center of your screen. For quick shots without exiting the zoom, always be aware of where the crosshair will appear and where the center of the scope will be. To develop this skill, start with stationary shots. Once you can consistently hit most of your shots, increase the bot's speed and start moving from the cover to cover. To solidify your training results with bots, you need to play Deathmatch. Bots move predictably according to scripts, so training with real players on real maps will bring you to even better results. In Deathmatch, you can also focus on specific types of shots. Here are a few more detailed training methods. Flick shots. Practice flicks at various distances, both standing still and on the move. Include both horizontal and vertical flicks to simulate real game scenarios. Gradually increase the speed of the bots to mimic more dynamic situations. Zoom practice. Never exit the zoom. Move around the map aiming precisely at bots. Add complexity by increasing bot speed, making them jump, or adding obstacles. This helps you learn where the crosshair will be when you zoom in and out, improving your quick scope accuracy. Deathmatch. Engage in deathmatches to practice against real players. This helps you to adapt to unpredictable movements and behaviors that you can get from bots. By incorporating these methods into your routine, you'll become more comfortable with the AWP, improve your reaction times, and learn to position yourself more effectively. This will help you be prepared for any situation in the game, ultimately making you a better sniper. And now, a few quick tips for using the AWP. First up is mouse sensitivity. If you look at the average mouse sensitivity or riflers versus snipers, you will notice that snipers usually have higher sensitivity. It makes sense because quickly turning the mouse in zoom mode with low sensitivity is tough and inconvenient. Maybe that's why you find it hard to play with the AWP. When you're playing at a T-side AWPer, you'll be the last one at about 80% of the time. Because of this, you should learn a lot of smokes and flashes, especially from the spots where you spend most of your time in the round. And one last little tip, but a very useful one. After you shoot with the AWP, there is short cooldown before you can shoot again. Use this time wisely. After taking your shot, get behind cover, and during the reload, do a mini strafe to peek out again and gather info on the opponents so you can peek and shoot again. That's all I've got for you today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you like this kind of video, comment below which role you'd like me cover next. This has been CS Kid. See you in the next video, bye bye!